This module focuses on transforming from the nice guy to a confident man who can captivate others through conversation. We'll explore 3 key areas: listening skills, storytelling, crafting engaging conversations. These skills will enhance your ability to connect meaningfully with others and create lasting impressions. The power of listening, active listening. I cannot emphasize or even express how many people are not good listeners. Oftentimes, people are interested in themselves. Their favorite subject is themselves. This is good to know and understand because we can use it to our advantage. We can ask questions and get the person to talk about themselves. The more you get them to talk about themselves, the better they perceive the interaction, because they're like, wow, nobody's asked me these questions. This person actually cares because they're asking follow-up questions that most people don't even care to think about. Most people just hear a response and they're on their phone and they're just in la la world. So as an active listener, you can take advantage of different opportunities that present themselves as they're giving you a response. They might give you like, oh yeah, I've been taking photography classes and my mom used to be a photographer. Oh wow, interesting. Did your mom work as a photographer? How did she get into it? That kind of opens another door and keeps the conversation going. So focus on the speaker without interrupting. This shows respect and builds rapport, making others feel valued and understood. Paraphrase what others say to confirm understanding. This enhances communication clarity and demonstrates your engagement in the conversation. Use nods and eye contact to show engagement. These subtle signals reinforce that you're truly present and interested in what is being said. A mirror of understanding, the mirror analogy. So good listening is like a mirror. It reflects understanding and interest back to the speaker. This creates a powerful connection and makes the speaker feel heard and valued. So, a real life scenario: consider John and Matt at a social event. John listens attentively, making others feel valued. Matt, on the other hand, talks over people, missing connections. John's approach leads to deeper, more meaningful interactions. And not only that, but people aren't gonna view them as somebody who's only interested in themselves and is a terrible listener. So the art of storytelling. Trust me, I was not good at all. I started from scratch, from zero. No experience to eventually being able to develop writing skills and having it translate over into just communication and conversations in real life scenarios. The art of storytelling. Structure your stories. Practice beginning, middle, and end structure. This keeps listeners engaged and interested throughout your narrative. Make sure to keep out details that are not important to your story. Don't go on and on and on. Just keep what's important and interesting in that pertains to said story. Use vivid details. Add sensory details to your stories. This makes your stories memorable and immersive, allowing listeners to connect more deeply with your experiences. Find relatable themes. Share stories with universal themes or emotions. This builds connection through shared experiences, making your stories more impactful. So, different things that are relatable, like, oh, coffee. If you know that this person likes coffee, you can tell a story about how, of course, you can't start your day without coffee, right? Like, make different subtle comments that are relatable depending on the person that you're interacting with. The Fire effect. Storytelling is like a campfire. It draws people in and creates a sense of community. It has the power to captivate and unite listeners through shared experiences. Imagine two people on a date. One shares a captivating story that sparks laughter and interest, while the other sticks to facts and fails to engage. The storyteller creates a memorable experience and connection. Effective storytelling can transform ordinary interactions into extraordinary connections, leaving lasting impressions and fostering deeper relationships. The dance of communication. Rhythm. Like a dance, conversations require a natural flow and rhythm. This involves knowing when to speak, pause, and listen. Timing. Good timing in conversations means knowing when to introduce topics or change direction, much like the precise steps in a dance. There's a rhythm and flow to public speaking and just speaking in general. If you're trying to build suspense, take a pause and continue. Learn these small skills and it'll drastically set you apart from the rest of the crowd. And not only that, but it'll leave a lasting impression on your date. They'll remember you because of how good of a speaker and storyteller you were. Even if they're not able to pinpoint what it was exactly, it'll just leave them with this feel good sensation like, wow, this person, I enjoyed my interaction, I enjoyed my date, I had a great time. Not necessarily knowing that it was because you were engaging in the conversation, you were interested, you asked follow-up questions, you made eye contact, you made them laugh. All of these skills add up and contribute to the overall impression that you left on this date. So being able to adjust to your conversation partner style and energy is crucial, just as dancers must adapt to each other's movements. So being adaptable, don't necessarily go in with this script of questions that you have to ask. No, practice, and over time you will become more fluid and you'll just know how to be in live action. You can just not overthink. In the beginning, I was very much overthinking about what am I going to say, what am I going to talk about. Eventually, I grew confident in my ability to conversate. And not only did I implement it in dating, I also implement it in business, on sales calls, sales meetings. I do prepare, I have a certain preparation plan, but typically I just go in and conversate. I don't like to feel scripted or robotic and, oh, how was your day? Oh, did you like work? Do you like what you do? Like, no, just, oh, interesting. More conversational, more just real. Women like real and authentic. So here are some action steps. So for listening, practice active listening daily. Doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't have to be in the dating sense. It can be at work, at home, wherever, whether you're on a commute to work or to the store. Practice active listening. This will improve your understanding and rapport building, which will again significantly improve your chances of leaving a great impression. The next skill is storytelling. Practice one technique this week. Again, I challenge you to practice all of the techniques. Eventually, you want to make sure that you're only as good as your weakest link, but that's why I want you to improve in all of them. So this will not only make you more engaging, but it'll also make you leave memorable interactions. The next one is conversation. Focus on open-ended questions, deeper, more meaningful dialogues. that will lead to, again, memorable interactions. So that concludes video number 4, and I'll see you in the next one.